I'm not going to ask each one of you a question just because, it could take a lot of time. But welcome here. We've got 20 minutes for this segment, so I am going to start the floor to the coaches. Langston, since you're the godfather of the city media here, I'm going to let you go first, and you can start the show.
Coach Sanders, practice starts this week. What does it mean? Why is it special for high school football players in Denver?
August 1st is always a special day for us, the beginning of the end for a lot of things. For your seniors, it's the last time they'll ever have August 1st. I know this changed a lot because now it doesn't actually start on August 1st, but it's always meant something. That meant that you're doing things for the first and last time, meaning it's going to be the last time you get in the locker room with your guys on the first day of practice. It's the last time you go in just helmets and no shoulder pads, jerseys on, and everybody's trying to fight for a spot, trying to fight for just their plate to eat. And August 1st means so much. It's when that tingle gets into your spirit where like something big's about to happen. Everybody is undefeated. Everybody is a state championship qualifier. Everybody has dreams and aspirations. And until game one, everybody is a champion. So August 1st is always special.
And then Coach Fernandez, same question to you, but taking over new schools, that make it even more special?
It definitely does. Looking back on it, it's the first time for this school to have a senior class. So it's the first time going through this experience of getting these guys to understand this is, like Coach said, last time in the locker room, last practice is going to happen this season. Those guys are going to have their first senior night. So it's all special and a whole bunch of firsts.
This is for any coach. Just talk about the new conference that y'all are a part of and the unique makeup of these different schools that you'll be competing against.
I think it's a little tough. I think it'll take a small adjustment. Previously there were some natural, rivalries going. I know for us at Palisades, we were in a conference with Olympic. We share a community. Our kids, frequently run into each other and play youth sports with one another. So there was a lot of excitement behind it. Now with us kind of being in this new conference, it takes away just a little bit, but I still think all these young men and coaches are competitors, so I think it'll be as competitive as ever. But it does, it hurts a little bit just because it took away from what was built for so many years. Some of those rivalries really were built for a long, long time, and now we're losing some of them, so it hurts a little bit.
Coach Simmons, for you, I got to know, obviously Johnson C. Smith guy, what did it mean to be in the SWAC conference?
Well, I don't make any connection to that. I know it's a cool name, but I'm a CIAA guy, so I don't really pay too much attention to that SWAC talk. But yeah, I think it's great for us in our conference and something cool for the kids to connect to. Many of these guys might not know what the SWAC is, so you might have just gave them a little bit of a lesson here. But again, I think it's great. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Coach McClaren, most of these guys on one side of town and you're on the other. How does that mean anything to you? Does it have to be the road warrior?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be called the 485 conference, to be honest with you, because we're going to be driving up and down it every single week. Going with what Coach Simmons says, with some natural rivalries that we lost. For that matter, we don't have Independence, we don't have Butler in our league anymore. Going across town to, a different type of player probably than what we have here. But I think that's what makes high school football so fun and so interesting. We get to see guys that we normally don't get to see, man. To be able to go against Palisades, which is as far south as you can go until you get to South Carolina and the Ballantine Ridges of the world. That's huge for our guys. It's huge for us. We're excited to be a part of this conference. And our gas bill is going to be a lot higher. We're going to raise some money and sell some tickets. But I think that this has the potential to be a really fun conference. Really good group of coaches.
Speaking of rivalries, there is one that is now becoming the same conference for Coach Yakima and Ward. Talk a little bit about, going from playing the first or second week of the year against each other now to playing in the last week.
Yeah, I think when I first started RGCal, we always played Providence as the last game of the season, and a lot of times it was for, playoffs or conference championships. So, when we were in the other conferences, we went back to playing the first game of the season as a non-conference game, but we were able to keep that rivalry going, and I'm really excited to have them back in the conference and really just to be in this conference because I think from top to bottom it's going to be a really competitive and one of the better conferences in the city. But to get that rivalry game as the last game of the season is exciting for us for sure.
Yeah, I think it brings back probably a little bit more excitement than what the first game was. For forever when I was an assistant before I became the head coach, that was such a big game in the conference every year, and it was the last game of the year, and it was a crowded game. You had a ton of kids there just because we're from, you know, pretty much the same communities. And so now that we can go back and play that game, the last game of the season, especially on Halloween, like, it's going to be such a cool atmosphere. Yeah, I think it'd be awesome. So.
Any more questions for the coaches?
Real quick, Brandon Lee, you look up there and you look at those list of names, who's the favorite to win? Because this is wide open, this is a wide open league. Any one of you can take this. Who do you feel like the team that everybody needs to look up?
Well, I'll say this, Nate, I don't want to go to bat with any other team than my guys, period. I love my guys, I love where we are. We're not where we need to be or where we want to be yet, but my guys worked extremely hard. And
My kids, it's more so fresh wind. You're getting to see something new. You're getting to see something that we normally don't see on a regular basis. We're used to seeing Providence. We're used to seeing Rocky River. Those would be some guys that we're kind of been used to playing. But these other teams are teams that we haven't seen before. We haven't seen their colors before. Palisades, we just started off playing last year, but now we actually get a chance to lock horns with different guys. We've been used to fighting the Butlers and the Independences and Charlotte Catholics, and now we're getting a chance to see how much we've grown as a team. So when you start talking about favorites, we might not be in a conversation of favorites to you guys, but to us, we're always the favorite. We're the favorite to be victorious in everything we do, whether it's on the field, off the field, locker room, classroom. We will meet you in the back of a hallway if we have to. We just want to fight. And I think now it's to the point where we're in a conference where we can now fight. And that makes me proud as a coach, just to know that my kids are to the point where they're ready to fight. And this is our chance, this opportunity, and we're ready to go.
I'm gonna leave it at this, fellas. Anybody here bringing back 98% of their team? I'm just saying, we're bringing back everybody. So it's a different Wolves team. These guys have grown. They've had an opportunity to mature, and they're getting used to playing football. And I think that's the most exciting part, is that you can start to see over the summer where we're not having to travel to a Waddell, to a South Met, to all these different places just to lift and just to practice. I remember when we first started this thing at a YMCA with 15 kids, and now we're talking about 70, 80 plus in the program now. And like I said, 98% plus returning. So it's going to be a different Wolves team for sure come this fall for sure.
I always respect my peers and you know, fellow competitors, but you know, for Palisades, you know, last year I told my kids if we just base things on last year, we can consider it luck because we only did it once, right? So now our job is to try to make it consistent, right? Just win consistently, right? That's what it takes. So, yeah, sorry, but we ain't coming for second place. Yeah, respectfully for everybody, but it is what it is.
All right. Anyone else, questions for the coaching staff? All right, well, with that, we will transition into the player interviews. We're going to start here, give about 2 minutes for transition, and we'll start with Archie Kell here in about 2 minutes.